PropertyGuru shares inched higher in its first day of trading in New York on Friday after its merger with the blank check company backed by billionaires Richard Lee and Peter Thiel. It also defied a recent sell-off in tech stocks and a challenging SPAC market. Let's bring PropertyGuru CFO Joe Dische. Joe, great to have you with us. A challenging market for SPACs is probably underplaying the amount of volatility and disappointment that we've seen. Were you pleasantly surprised by the reception, and what does it tell you?
Thank you very much for having me on today. Yeah, look, we're always expecting some volatility. Bear in mind the current market conditions, but we were relatively pleased. Our focus really is just on the fantastic position the company's in, these really strong tailwinds we have behind us, and we have a huge amount of confidence in our future, particularly now we've completed this financing and we have money available to deploy in some of the new and exciting areas.
So beyond just the trading action on the first day, what are you expecting from longer-term growth prospects and trends?
Yeah, so I think we're focusing back on our core marketplace, so getting sort of back to business. We really benefit from the tailwinds I mentioned before. We have increasing wealth and GDP growth. We have urbanization and digitization in our markets, and that's really a strong foundation. So we're focusing back on the marketplace, developing great products for our customers and our consumers, and focusing also on rolling out our fintech and data offerings, which are new for us. So yeah, back to business.
So, Joe, Singapore is one of your strongest markets. Could you give us an idea how the property curbs are affecting what's going on the ground right now? How has that affected user behavior on the site?
Yeah, look, I think we've seen, we still see real fantastic interest in property in Singapore. Obviously, the market's been really strong here for some time. It's a very attractive market. Property is a really strong asset class in this region. And we've seen a phenomenal level of interest, particularly post-COVID. Post-COVID, COVID was definitely a headwind for us, with some of the developers sort of challenging to build, people not being able to get out there and view properties. But since those restrictions have lifted, things have been really positive, real soaring interest in property on our site. And yeah, things are looking very positive for this year.
You've been around for a long time, 15 years? You launched the same year the first iPhone was launched, and you expect 44% revenue growth this year. But when do you expect to get net profit positive?
Yeah, look, for us, EBITDA or adjusted EBITDA is really the metric that we use and that businesses similar to ours use. So we were profitable in 19 and 20 despite COVID. We invested very hard in 21 to get to the position we are now. So we're winners from the COVID era. We'll be profitable adjusted EBITDA this year with an 8% margin, and then that profitability just increases as we go ahead. So those are the major metrics that we focus on.
You've talked about really doubling down when it comes to Southeast Asia in data analytics, in fintech. Talk to me about some of the specific opportunities and where you'll be putting that money to work.
So immediately, we're looking at fintech and data. We already have a fantastic mortgage broking business in Singapore, and we'll be rolling that out further. Data is a massive opportunity for us. Unlike many other markets in the US and in Australia and the UK, where there's large data businesses, we don't have any of those. So we're definitely going after that TAM, and that's really exciting for us. And then we look beyond that as well to areas like home services, so really complementary to our core business, but where you've got, again, in other markets, really established products. There aren't anything like that, so we're looking at that area as well. And then also for the developers as well, sort of focusing on operating systems for them and facilitating the digitization journey that they're on.
All right. Well, thank you so much. PropertyGuru CFO Joe Dische joining us from Singapore.